So I'm Christian Borrman. I'm the CEO and founder of Conecto. Conecto's an MVNE based in the UK and Mexico and in the US. We provide flexible and scalable MVNO solutions for MVNOs of all sizes. The MVNO market has hit a bit of a plateau in that there are lots of people trying to do things. However, there's a lot of people who have found the present solutions are either not scalable, or that they're too limiting, or that if they started in one sense they then have to throw it all away and start again, or they have to risk and start very big and probably never get to that size. And we provide a solution that lets them start very small and grow as big as they want, and even if they wanted to then buy out of that solution, they can. So we've seen that a lot of players are actually looking at our model as a way to go forward where they weren't going forward before. Another big issue is there's been a lot of consolidation with the network operators, which has effectively just made it a lot more difficult to get a wholesale agreement that people necessarily want. And that is a period that has lasted now for about 2 years. And I think we're coming out of that now. And so it should be a lot easier, and we should be seeing a lot of next generation MVNEs taking advantage of cloud MVNEs, taking advantage of wholesale operators that have a new appetite for MVNOs, and we should see a renewed growth in the coming months and years. Well, I'm probably not the best person to ask, because we spent a lot of time in Mexico, where in 2015 and 2016 that was supposed to be the next big growth area, which it wasn't for various reasons that we won't go into. What we have seen on a practical note is that there is a lot of untapped opportunity in the US and in the UK, and to some extent in Europe. And that is then moving in the next year or so. I see Africa and the Middle East being the next big growth areas that we've certainly got on our radar and from our CRM system and our opportunities that are coming up. I still think there's a lot of nascent growth in Europe and in the US. There's just a lot of people who don't have the solutions that they want from the existing players. And we've seen situations like Audi, for example, buying an MVNE. We're seeing a lot of big players, airlines and car manufacturers, either creating their own solutions, buying their own solutions, or coming to companies like us with next generation solutions. And there's a lot of untapped growth there, which may or may not come to fruition in the next year or so. In a slightly mid to longer term, I think Africa and the Middle East are growth areas, and the LATAM area can grow again, but there are serious issues in terms of competition and regulation that need to be overcome. As I've said a few times, I think it's the key area where people can come together twice a year for the international events, and at least once a year for the national events. It's very difficult to meet people all around the world, and it's very difficult to even arrange meetings and see everybody in one place. And for such a small niche market, you need to have an excuse and a place to go. And for me, this is the place where I get to meet everybody in the industry in one place, and have back-to-back meetings without distractions of needing to solve this problem or that problem, which at the end of the day, mobile is a complex business, and there's always things delaying and putting things off. So if you have an excuse to congregate somewhere twice a year, then that's when you get a lot achieved.